and we're gonna break that down. But again, I hope you guys are being safe out there. Hope you guys are doing well. Focus on your purpose, doing your thing out there. Before we get started, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know next time I drop. As well as if you want to help grow this page monetarily, you can donate to the Cash App. You see down on the scroll below. You can also go to my twitch.tv/excessunderground Z and then hit that subscribe button. That also helps me as well. So I appreciate that. Um, and yeah, man, yeah, we're gonna get started, bro. We're gonna get started, man. So as you see in the title, I said take red pill breaks, and I've been meaning to do a video like this for a minute because um I think this definitely need to be talked about. What's that saying to something about something too much of a good thing could be bad or whatnot. It's some saying like that. Some saying like that. Um, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash the red pill community or MGTOW community, anything like that. And this ain't me trying to say the red pill bad or whatnot. But like I said, too much of a good thing can be bad. If you drink too much water, you could drown. You know what I'm saying? So even though drinking a lot of water is good for you, but sometimes, and I've been noticing this too, in taking too much of this red pills and content, as we'll put that red pill content as an umbrella for everything. Too much taking in, this content. I, person that will will get you, triggered, can get you sometimes in negative emotions. Can pull out negative emotions. Because look, um, we all know, this information, at least it's been out in on the internet for at the least 5 years. This information has been around for a long time. If you're been to the barbershop, this has been barbershop talk. You probably talked this with your friends and whatnot. But for it really being blown up on the internet like this, it has to be in the last 5 years, since at least 2018, 2019. And we have all this information now that kind of breaks down, men are able to express themselves, that kind of breaks down women nature for men that didn't know and they were going through it. Like I helped me out as well. Like I was a blue pill simp until I got this information, and then I was able to clue in how it went into my life or whatnot. And it's also good for the younger men, because now this dating market is getting even worse. So the younger men need this information to keep themselves protected. But what I'm seeing today is, unfortunately, we are getting a lot. Maybe, what I'm saying? We're getting a lot of information. There's a lot of content creators. There's a lot of, Instagram, with the, social media, whatnot, TikTok, Twitter. We're being bombarded with a lot of information, and a lot of the information also is not the full information. Like if you're watching this on Twitter, if you're seeing a clip on Twitter, you're not seeing the full video of the context of the video. So you're either going to be either you're gonna take the information how you will. Either you're gonna love the information, you're gonna hate the information, because the red pill is about truth. So sometimes there's some truth that for men need to hear, that the red pill talk about, that is not favorable for men. You know what I'm saying? So some men get angry. And some men get angry with the fact that these modern women are doing whatever they want, and they saying whatever they want, and they're hating against men. And they're saying that they should kill all men, and delete baby boys and whatnot. How they're trashing, and especially as a black man, how we see a lot of black women trashing black men. How when men how they've trashed men for being stoic for years. Then when we finally open up and tell them what we feel, we get shamed and called misogynist. They say we hate women. It's very anger inducing. And obviously, when you first intake the red pill, there's this thing called the red pill rage, where you're going to be mad for a long time. Because it's the truth. You like, God damn, this is the truth right here? What? You're going to be mad. We've all been through it. We all went through this red pill rage. But it gets to the point where you got to get past this rage and be like, okay, I'm past the rage. Now I got to go and focus on my purpose. Shout out to Zone TV. What up, Zone? Just seeing you at the Mr. Goodbread show. That was a great show right there. That was definitely a great show right there. But yeah, but a lot of these young men are a lot more emotional than the men of my generation, or the men from the '90s, early 2000s. A lot of younger men are emotional. They're intaking social media a lot more than my generation was. Um, and they're just being bombarded with information, bombarded with all this, bombarded with all that. And then these young girls, which are going through the same type of thing, but on the other side, they're seeing these young girls acting on it and they're experiencing it. They're seeing the stuff we're saying is right. And it's making these young men either mad, sad. We had this whole incel thing where the what's the name, Elliot Rogers went around shooting people and stuff like that. Um, so what I'm trying to tell men is I'm not trying to deter y'all from taking this content. I'm just trying to let y'all know once you get past, in order to get past the red pill rage, you have to take breaks. I smoke. I'm a Rasta. I like to smoke weed, but I also like to take breaks from smoking weed from time to time because when I go back and intake the weed, it's gonna be more. I'm gonna be. I'll get a more. I'll be get that high as if I was back when I first started smoking. The problem with smoking weed all the time is you're going to be your body is going to what I'm trying to say. What's the word for this? What is the word? Your body's going to adapt to that high. You're not going to get as high as you should be. And we're also seeing that as well as even the simps are facing this as well. Back in the day in my generation, in order to watch some sexually explicit content, you had to get a magazine. You had to go to the store. You had to get a videotape, watch it on VCR, DVD. You had to get it on DVD. Nowadays, yeah, I just look to the phone. I just go to my phone right now and pull up some sexual explicit content and be good for the day. I don't even gotta go outside no more. We don't even gotta. We ain't even gotta. We don't even gotta. We're so desensitized. We can look at a woman naked in front of us and be like, okay, that's cool. Back when we was younger, back when I was younger, we used to do everything just to get a peep of the titty. Now we can look at titties today. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Anyway, like I've done that. I've literally done that. Salute to Mr. Goodbread. Shout out to Mr. Goodbread. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Mr. Goodbread. Some great content out there. I just got off his show over there. He was talking about uh what's her name, Sharnice, Shaq's ex-wife or whatever. So make sure y'all go subscribe to him. But yeah, back in the day, we used to do everything just to look at a girl's titty. Nowadays, we're so desensitized because of social media, and and we're able to watch sexually explicit content on the fly that we can look at a girl's titty in real life and be like, that's nice. And then go back to what we're doing. Like, we're not fawning over. We're not. Oh my God, it's some titties. Oh gosh, you know what I'm saying? That's happened to me a few times. Like literally, like a few weeks ago, some girl put her titties out in public at a club, and I'm like, oh okay, well shoot. I mean, I'm the older generation, so we're still got that. Oh, the younger generation is like, oh, all right, I can go. You know what I'm saying? Not the even younger generation talking about video games and talking about waifus and talking about what I'm saying, anime girls, and you know what I'm saying. Like, we're getting that desensitized, and this is what I'm trying to tell men. Well, what I'm trying to say, men, is we gotta take red pill breaks because this could be anger inducing. It can make you depressed. It can make you warp your reality that you won't really actually see when you actually go out to these and talk and be with these women. Because let's face it, you may not want to be around women, but as a man, you're going to be around women eventually, no matter what. And you got to learn how to actually deal with the situation depending on where you're at, even if you're not trying to be bothered. even if you're not trying to be bothered, in some type of way, you're going to be dealing with the woman in some type of way. And even if you don't want to be bothered, even if you're just doing your job, you got to learn how to actually communicate and deal with the woman and not try to be, you know what I'm saying, not put your biases in some type of situations. With this content today we got going on today, and with everything, information is so easily accessible, or quote unquote accessible, because some of these content is edited, a lot of content is edited. You know, you're going to you're going to have your warped sense of reality. Like these modern women. These modern women have a warped sense of reality of what a man's supposed to be, of how the world's supposed to be, of how the women's supposed to be, how women can do whatever they want and get away with it, and you know what I'm saying, they can go sleep around and do all this crazy stuff. They have that, the same thing that's going on with these modern women is the same thing that's going on with us right now. Because you can go out and look, we can talk about black women all day and how they are. And a lot of it is true. Now, don't get me wrong, there's stereotypes for a reason. But when you actually go out in the world and actually speak with them, you never know what you're going to, you know what I'm saying? You never know what you're going to find out there. A lot of them, you won't use, a lot of them, you're not going to run into the single baby mama that talk loud and want to beat you up and, well, you know what I'm saying, pull a gun out and you know what I'm saying? It depends on where you go. But if you know how to operate around these women, if you know how to operate and what you want for your life, you focused on your purpose, and you know, power of attraction and whatnot, you're not going to attract those type of women. You working on yourself, you growing your knowledge, you working your body out. You're not going to attract those type of women you see on the internet. I meet a lot of women. I go out, I go to a bar, I go to a club. I meet women, and I really don't meet, not to say I don't meet those type of women where at 30 where they're 304s and you know where they act all crazy. Cause I can tell you stories. But I meet women, and a lot of times I'm having good conversation. She could be the modern type of woman that twerk. She got tattoos, long hair, nails, you know, nose piercing. And me and her could have a good conversation. We'd be having good conversation. I remember one time I met a single mother. She was like 36. She's in politics. Me and her having a good conversation. I even dropped her off at her crib because she came out there by herself because she didn't have no she came out there by herself, or she came out with friends, but she didn't drive. And I was like, yo, I could drop you off because you're on the way. And me and her had a great conversations. You know what I'm saying? We had a good time together. But unfortunately, this content and ingesting this content too much is going to warp your sense of reality.